Hello, this is Andrea Warner. Welcome to a Disruptive Quick Class brought to you by Disruptive Advertising. Go ahead and open up that webinar control panel and tell us where you're calling in from today. And use that same chat if you have any questions and we'll get to them. All right, today we have such a cool topic. We're going to tell you how to craft your perfect ad campaign cocktail. Every business is different and there are so many ad types. How on earth do we know which combination will make the best cocktail for our business? Well, I'm here today with expert mixologist Craig Wakefield, who is the account management director here at Disruptive. Craig, how do you like that title, expert mixologist?
That works for me, I guess.
Okay, he's going to help you shake up the perfect mix of ads for your business. So, Craig, talk to us about how to make the perfect ad campaign cocktail.
Great. No, thanks, Andrea. This is an important topic to me because one of the things that I've had the opportunity to do over several years now is take over existing campaigns. And one of the things that I see over and over again is that people are trying to target a marketing objective with the wrong tool. Or they just got one tool that works really well and they're just doing that over and over again. And they're not aware of the various different tools that will actually help them get the job done a lot more efficiently. So I'm excited about this. Before I talk about it, I'm going to introduce myself. So my name is Craig Wakefield. Like Andrea said, I am the account management director here at Disruptive Advertising. I love my family. That's a picture of my daughter Alexia, who's coming up on a year, as well as my wonderful wife Brittany. I love the outdoors. I love to hunt, I love to fish, I love to camp, I love to hike. Anytime I'm spending in the outdoors is a great day for me. Some fun facts, I actually have been ballroom dancing since I was about 12 years old. So that includes about, almost 19 years now that I've been ballroom dancing, and most of that was competitively, and now I coach teams and individuals. Me and my wife actually met that way, so it's a fun thing to do in life, ballroom dance. Little interesting fact there. I've worked on brands that are as large as L'Oreal, international, and I've also worked on a brand that's as small as Rounders MMA. It's one of the clients that I've had there. It's very small. It's a local gym, a martial arts gym in California. And the reason I like to bring that up is because I really enjoy working on large brands, but I also really enjoy working on small brands. I've got quite a bit of experience working on both of those.
I'd say you have a lot of experience with dimples, too. Look at that.
My child has
dimples everywhere.
So, yeah, a lot of dimples going around here. That's no problem.
That's great.
So my question today is, are you, as a business owner, using the right tools? And I'm going to use a little story about cutting down trees. So I have the previous house that I lived at had really, really large Chinese elm trees, huge. And I needed to cut them down because they were overhanging my house as well as my neighbor's house. And of course, instead of calling a professional, I did it myself. So I went down to Home Depot and I bought a bow saw. It's about 2.5 feet long and it's a hand saw. And needless to say, it took me about 2 weeks of working every day to get the tree down and split up and off to the dump. It was a long time. It was a very risky and a very inefficient experience. The home I live at now, I needed to cut down a whole bunch of trees. And I cut down 8 trees in a day with a chainsaw. So the difference was very drastic, and it was less dangerous, it was more enjoyable, and it was just so much more efficient with the right tool. And that's what we're going to be getting at today. So to start off the discussion, I'm going to go over some questions about your business. You need to be asking yourself, what does your customer profile look like? What does the ideal customer look like to you? How long do they take to make a decision? Where are they located? Where do you need to be? Do you need to be a local company? Do you need to be online? what helps your ideal customer make that decision that's going to eventually help them commit. What devices are they using? Are they using a tablet? Are they using a mobile device? Are they using a desktop computer? Are they using all three simultaneously, at different points of the process? Also, what's your budget look like? What is your total company revenue, and how much of that revenue are you spending annually on marketing? What are some of the industry averages with your company? And also, very important, what is your overall customer lifetime value? Business owners oftentimes get worked up over how much it costs to acquire a customer, but sometimes they overlook the customer lifetime value. And it's perfectly fine to even lose money to acquire customers as long as that customer lifetime value overshadows the initial investment you made to acquire them. The different tools that I'm going to talk about are Google ad types. Facebook has different ad types. Every marketing platform has different ad types. And these are the different tools that you can use to find your ideal customer and interact with them in the ideal way so that they end up committing to your business. The first one I'm going to talk about is probably the most popular type. This is a text ad. As you can see down here, this is a bunch of text that pops up when you type something into Google. If someone is typing in fresh flower delivery, this is an ad that could come up. It shows information about what the website offers, the website, and then a description of what they can do. These work great to target the right people. They show when someone types in a specific phrase or keyword. So if you can make sure that you are showing up only for people that are interested in what you have to offer based on their search term.
Okay.
Another type, go ahead.
This is the oldest type of ad, isn't it? The one that's been around kind of the longest in Google years?
It's one of the oldest, yeah. It's definitely one of the most common, and it's one of the oldest types, where essentially it's just a bunch of text on the search engine result page, and it's something that has been around and will be around for a long time.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Another type is a display ad or an image ad type. These are very common. You'll notice that anytime you're on a blog or probably on a news site that you'll see image ads that are being shown to you. These can be interactive, they can be static, they can be animated, they can be large, they can be small, they can show on your phone, they can show on your desktop. Basically anywhere you're online, they can show in different various forms. The nice thing about this is they're visual. You can visually show the benefits of a product or service. You can also reach customers very easily. It's a very affordable way to advertise if what you're interested in is traffic. You can, for a search ad, if you're paying, let's say, $10 to $15 for a click, you can get that same industry, you can get maybe $1 to $2 for a click. The difference is that these ads find the user. So again, you go to the news site that you're interested in, you're reading the news, and then up pops this ad. The search ads that I just went over are different because they're typing in tree cutting professional, Mapleton, Utah. They're very close to the commitment process, or in other words, they're very low in the funnel, and so that's why the search ads typically cost more. A display ad is targeting a user that's maybe a little higher in the search funnel or in the purchase process, and that's why they're easier to get more traffic, but sometimes a little bit harder to get someone to actually convert off of one of these clicks.
Got it.
Another Google ad type is an app promotion ad. So this is an ad where you search for something, and in the ad, it provides the ability for someone to easily and quickly download your app. So if you're a business that has an app and that app is valuable to have people on it, this is a great way to advertise. Customers can download it directly from the app, or there can be a deep link in there. And the nice thing about these ads is that they only appear on compatible devices. So if they're on a desktop and it's a mobile-only app, then these will not show.
Got it.
The other type is a video ad. So the most familiar video ad type is a YouTube ad. So all of us have most likely been on YouTube before, and when you're on YouTube and you're looking at you're searching the videos that you like to watch, before those videos start, oftentimes there's a video ad. Those can be anywhere between 5, 30, a minute and a half. They can be short or long. But the nice thing about that is if I am online, again, let's use the tree cutting example, and I'm learning how to fell a tree, right? Where to put the notch, what angle, how do I make sure that the tree doesn't fall on my house or my neighbor's house. So I'm learning about how to fell a tree. Well, Stihl is a brand that makes chainsaws, and they can show a 30-second ad about their chainsaws before I watch my instructional video. So Stihl can actually target how-to videos of how to fell a tree and show their ads about their chainsaw before I watch my video. So it can be a very, very highly relevant ad, and it can be a very effective ad as well. These are going to be cheaper cost per click because a lot of people skip the ads. Also, it is targeting someone that is higher up in the funnel. If I were to type in where to buy a chainsaw, that I'm very low in the funnel, and a search ad or a text ad would be a very relevant ad to show. If I'm typing into YouTube, how do I cut a tree down, I'm not necessarily looking for a chainsaw. However, you can still target people that are in the right area for your business.
I've seen some interesting things happen with Gmail video ads. Have you seen those? It's kind of a newer thing.
Yeah. So they're constantly innovating. Google's constantly innovating, and they are expanding more in Gmail with different ad types. So most likely I don't know exactly what you saw, but it was likely something in the promotions tab, and that's one of the areas that they're targeting to advertise to users.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. It'll be cool to see where that goes.
Yeah, and video is a really great medium because you can explain, you can show, you can demonstrate, and it's a really good option for users to have in their mix. Another ad type is a shopping ad. These are wonderful if you have an e-commerce site. This is a search that I did previously today for green Nike shoes, and as you can see, these are a bunch of green Nike shoes. So it's really relevant to what I typed in. It shows a picture of the product. It shows maybe the title of that product, as well as the price and where I can get it at. So Nike.com is advertising, but so is Zappos and Foot Locker, different vendors that offer green Nike shoes. So this is a wonderful way. If you are an e-commerce business and you sell online, this is a fantastic way to advertise, and I highly recommend that you are advertising in this way. This is something that pulls directly from the product feed. Depending on the e-commerce platform you're using, maybe a little bit harder, maybe a little more easier to get this set up, but basically the ads will pull from the data on your website and show to users that are looking for what you provide. And it's a wonderful way to drive not just traffic to your site, but actual transactions. Another type of ad that's very effective for the right type of business is a call-only ad. This is an ad that does show up, and when users click on it, they have the ability to call the business directly from the ad. So essentially, this is great for mobile devices and will show on mobile devices. It won't show on devices that don't have the ability to make a phone call. But it shortens the time that it takes from a user to be in contact with the business. This is a really nice fit for a few businesses. I will go over that in just a second on how that's applicable, but essentially it shortens the time period between discovery and initial contact, and it's a really good fit for the right business. That said, the clicks are more expensive because it's almost an instant conversion in that sense. So just one more ad type from Google. The nice thing is if you are running in AdWords, you have access to all of those ad types that I just showed you. In addition, there are different approaches that you can take within an ad type. For example, on an image ad, you can show image ads to people based on the blog that they're reading. Or you can show remarketing ads in image ad format. So if someone's come to your site, you can follow them around with image ads wherever they go. I'm sure you've experienced that before. But the key is understanding who your customer is, understanding the tools that are available to you, and then crafting the perfect campaign cocktail for your business. I'm going to go ahead and give two examples. The first example is a plumber. If you're a homeowner or a renter, even a renter, you've experienced something similar, or you will experience something similar to the man in the picture. You've got a leak. You've got a plumbing problem, and there's a huge amount of desperation because you're not a plumber. You don't necessarily have to know how to fix it. So you need someone urgent. You are at the bottom of the funnel. Your behavior is going to be, I'm going to get online, and I'm going to get in touch with the first guy I can find, and I'm going to get him here, and he's going to fix my problem. So it's very urgent. Also, this user needs someone that is local. If I'm in Utah and an ad comes up for someone in Florida, that's of no use to me. I need someone that can be here and can be here quickly. Reviews and offers are a big part of my purchase process. If I type in emergency plumber, Mapleton, Utah, and I have two ads that show, and one ad has 100 reviews that are 5-star, and the other ad has 10 reviews that are 3 stars, I'm going to make that decision very quickly, and I'm going to go with that first ad. Oftentimes, I'm going to be searching on a mobile because I'm in my basement, and my basement is flooding, and I don't have time to run upstairs to my laptop or my desktop. I'm just going to pull my phone out and type in emergency plumber, Mapleton, Utah. I don't have time as a user to be scrolling down into page 2 and 3 and 4 and looking for different options there in terms of, well, you know, maybe this guy's better than this company, or maybe this company's better than that. I'm probably just going to go with the top listing or the top 2 listings. The ad cocktail I would use for this would be a call-only ad as well as maybe a search ad. I'm going to make sure that for emergency plumber, Mapleton, Utah, if I'm a plumbing business that services that area, if someone types in emergency plumbing, emergency plumber, Mapleton, Utah, I want to show a call-only ad because I want that guy in the basement to see the ad, to see my reviews, and within one click to be on the phone with me. And then I can be there within a half hour. And that solves that person's problem. And it also gets me in touch with the right person. A search ad could also be applicable. If they scroll down, they could see my search ads, or if they are typing that emergency plumber, Mapleton, Utah, on their laptop, then I want to make sure that I'm there for that keyword as well.
Okay, so just to clarify, we've got a question here from John. Call-only ads only show up on mobile, is that correct?
Correct, yeah, because mobile, or if there's a tablet with the ability to make a phone call, then yeah, but the grand majority are going to be on mobile devices that they'll be able to make one click, and then they'll be able to have the phone ringing to that emergency plumber.
Okay, got it. Great example.
Great. The next one is a made-up company as well, Tek B2B. So this is a B2B company. B2B behavior online is much different than like a B2C or a services company. The customer profile or the customer behaves very differently here. The decision-making process is a very long one. Sometimes it has to go through the marketing director and the VP of marketing, and the CEO has to sign off on the decision. It's a full funnel strategy, meaning that you want to hit people at all different levels of the funnel. If they're not interested, they've never heard your brand before, you want them to be introduced. If they're just considering, you want to be showing your ads and you want to be driving them to your site. If they're at the very bottom of the funnel and they're ready to purchase, you absolutely want to be there as well. These can be national campaigns. They can run anywhere in the United States, so that if I am let's say I'm a company that is looking for online cloud storage in Utah, and I'm based out of Utah, I don't care if that company is in Florida. I just need online document storage and cloud storage. I'm going to be more interested in case studies, perhaps, than customer reviews. So once I'm on the phone, or once I'm connected with that company, or once I'm on their website, I'm going to want to see the proof via case studies. I want to be on all devices, so different, phone, tablet, laptop. I want to make sure that I'm advertising on all devices, and I want to have, and the person that is making this decision in a B2B scenario is going to be reviewing several candidates. So again, instead of just calling a plumber and getting the plumber there, they're going to be calling and speaking with multiple different options, and they're going to likely have those options all submit bids, and they'll review the bids, and then they'll make a decision that way. That's a common way that it happens. So the ad cocktail is going to be much more robust and much more involved. I want to make sure that I have text ads. I want to make sure that I have image ads, that I'm heavy in both display as well as remarketing. Anyone that's been to my site, I want to make sure that we stay top of mind and that our remarketing ads follow them around everywhere they go. I want to be in video. I want to be in the video space. I want to be in the Gmail space. If we have an app, I want to be in the app space. So it's a much more involved process. It's a much more robust setup, and that's because the decision-making process is more involved and it's longer, and I want to make sure that all throughout that decision-making funnel that we are providing the right information to the customer at the right times.
Got it. That makes perfect sense.
So that mostly that things up for me. I'd love to take a few questions. Essentially, I just want to review a few things. You will be most effective if you are advertising to your customer the right way. And it all starts with understanding who your customer is and how they behave online. Once you understand how they behave online, it'll be much easier to mix the right set of ad types and find that you can be very effective marketing online. You can find them on the right device at the right time with the right at the right place in the funnel, and everyone wins. The customer wins because they found exactly what they needed and they found it exactly when they need it. The business wins because they found their customer right when they need it, and they found it for an affordable price. So it's really a good system, and instead of just getting on AdWords and showing a bunch of search ads, you may want to consider who your customer is and a better way to target them. AdWords is a great platform. Bing is a great platform that has several different ad types. Facebook is a great platform that has even more ad types. And the key is understanding who your customer is and the different tools available to you to be very effective with your digital marketing.
Got it. Okay, so I'm hoping we can maybe squeeze in another example or two here. Ross wants to know about a good cocktail for e-commerce over the holidays.
Okay. What was the name on that one?
Ross.
Ross, okay. So if I'm doing e-commerce on the holidays, right now is a great time to be gearing up for that. I would say that we find the most success with e-commerce platforms that are finding let's say I have a limited budget. Okay, I don't have an unlimited budget to spend. I would find the products that are most profitable to the business, and I would make sure we're advertising as heavily as we can on those first. And in addition, there may be a product or other product lines that maybe aren't as profitable, and the way I would set the campaign up would be, I'm willing to advertise for these, but only when it makes sense that we can get a conversion or a transaction for the right price. So I would show the shopping ads to get them to your business and to your website the first time. Once you've got the shopping ads in place and they're delivering traffic, I would then remarket to them, or those are the follow ads, with dynamic remarketing ads. So let's say you're selling shoes, and there's green Nikes, there's blue Nikes, and there's yellow Nikes. The first ad in the mix, again, is that shopping ad. Someone types in blue Nikes or green Nikes, they click on the ad, they go look at green Nikes. You can set it up so that after, let's say they don't make a purchase and they leave your website, you can follow them around with green Nike ads as an image. And then if they click on that, they go back to the green Nike ad page. And that works a lot better than just doing a standard remarketing ad, because Google will actually analyze which pages on your site they visited and the products on those pages, and then they'll show just those products to the user as they're surfing the internet somewhere else, or maybe even considering other competitors. So the cocktail I would use would be a shopping ad followed by dynamic remarketing image ads.
Okay, great. Okay, can we squeeze in one more, do you think?
Of course.
Okay, Stephanie is asking about a lower cost SaaS, software as a service. What would you do for that?
So I would say this is a tricky one because SaaS is expensive. B2B is expensive. And it's expensive because the customer lifetime value is often so great. I've worked with clients that a customer lifetime value is $500,000. So companies are willing to spend a lot to acquire those customers. And that's generally how cost per click is calculated, is how many other people are out there advertising for it and what are they willing to pay. So a lower cost cocktail, I'd say, for a SaaS would be careful with, well, I'll start with this. Text ad is a great way because you can narrow down people looking for exactly what you offer. With that text ad, I would be in a position that makes sense for your business. So you can get a drastically lower cost per click in position 3 than you can in position 1. Well, that's because position 1 converts better than position 3 does. However, if you're willing to get less conversions or less leads for your SaaS, then I would be in a lower position. That initial acquisition of taking someone that does not know your brand to someone that does know your brand, that's generally the most expensive part in the digital marketing. So once they've clicked on that text ad and they're introduced to your brand, you can then follow them with remarketing ads, and those remarketing ads are a lot cheaper to get them to come back and once they click on that ad. So the first thing for a SaaS company I would do would be a text ad in a lower position if budget is a challenge. And then I would follow them with ads that are cheaper, and that would be display or image remarketing ads. And if you've got a really cool offering that does something interesting, I would also follow them around with YouTube remarketing ads. And that's a really wonderful way to get them more involved and further down in the purchase funnel.
Got it. That is so interesting. What a great description of that. Okay, well, our time is up. So Craig, thank you so much for showing us how to craft our perfect ad campaign cocktail. That was amazing.
Yeah, wonderful. Thanks for the opportunity.
You bet. Okay, so thanks everyone. We'll see you again for our next quick class here at Disruptive Advertising. And if you want to get a hold of Craig, you've got his information there. Craig at disruptiveadvertising.com, phone 801-494-4318. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.
Yep, have a great day.